Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kicking Balls. For today, we are going to be talking about Raphael Varane and what could be his big move to Manchester United for what looks to be a fee that would have been lower than anyone ever would have expected for Raphael Varane if you told anyone a year ago he was going to leave Real Madrid. We're going to be talking about how good of a sign it is for Manchester United and how well he could adapt to Manchester United and the Premier League as he leaves the La Liga giants in Real Madrid after much club success, but finally wants a chance in the Premier League. So I'm going to give it off to my co-host here, Lane, as a Manchester United fan, to give his thoughts on the move of Raphael Varane to Manchester United.
Well, seeing this today, I couldn't believe we got to Here We Go this morning. It was surreal. I texted you quite a bit. Couldn't believe the move happened. I knew it was going to happen this week. I felt good feelings about good vibes, but I didn't think that Fabrizio was going to drop the Here We Go this morning. I still felt like there was some distance between the fee, but I guess there isn't because we got to Here We Go. Fabrizio came out this morning saying Manchester United are preparing paperwork for Raphael Varane. Done deal as reported today. Official announcement after details will be sorted. Fee around 50 million euros. Here we go. 50 million, honestly, to me is very cheap. I could have went 60, 65. To me, he's top five center backs in the world. And to get him for the same amount as Arsenal are getting Ben White for, it is an unbelievable fee to pair him beside Maguire. I think it's the perfect pairing. You got a match of height, physicality, quality defending with Maguire, experience, know-how, winning mentality, speed, and aerial ability of Varane. You just got the whole package there with those two. And I can't believe it got done today. And it's a brilliant deal for Manchester United. And I never usually get to say that about our board.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like you say, it's definitely a good fit alongside Maguire. Someone with a bit more pace was obviously needed. I think you definitely get that and a lot more with Raphael Varane. He brings in a winning pedigree and just that experience and exposure to so much winning, and bringing in that type of culture into a team is always going to be positive. A team that's going to be definitely looking to add in some silverware this season after the likes of Sancho and Varane now joining. That's going to be the expectations within the club, within the fans. So he's definitely going to be a big part in doing that. Going to definitely improve their back line. It gives them that experience, and it just puts them in a scenario where they're a lot better suited at the back end. And with that addition, they've added Sancho up top. I think it puts Manchester United in a spot where they have to be considered heavily amongst the title favorite moving into the Premier League next season.
Yeah, I think for sure we have to be up there with the big boys this season. If we're not challenging at least until April, later half of the season, or the end of a couple months, then it's going to be quite a disappointment. I think Ole should be sacked if we're quite far behind the race because the team we have built now for him is by far the best, one of the best in the Premier League now. And for us to jump out ahead and do this kind of business with Sancho now and now Varane, when you see the likes of Chelsea not doing anything at all besides selling some players, City not doing anything yet besides signing some lower league players from Brazil, Liverpool only bringing in Konate, Leicester bringing in depth. United just keep improving the front lines, the lineup, and it really gives the fans confidence to push on and really hope for title success this year. Which, if we don't get a trophy, either even FA Cup or League Cup, then it's going to be a very disappointing season, which would be a failure for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, definitely. I think the expectation has to be that silverware finally gets brought in this year for Manchester United. It just has to be its time. It's been a while, and the team, as you mentioned, is definitely the best team that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has had since he's brought in himself as the manager. And I think, as we've mentioned, that signing of Raphael Varane is just going to be such a great help. It's someone that you would expect would have a fairly seamless transition to the Premier League as well. Of course, there is more physicality in the Premier League than some of the more technical play that you'll get in La Liga, but he has a ton of Champions League experience. He has the build body type to be able to handle the physicality. So it shouldn't be a scenario in where you would see Varane really struggle to adjust to that style of play for the course of half of a season or a season. That transition should be pretty seamless. He has a good center back pairing alongside him and Harry Maguire, who can help him bring him in. And Varane's going to be able to help Maguire in other aspects of his game as well. Just two top quality center backs. They're just going to be able to feed off of each other, and what ultimately should result in one of the better defensive back lines in the Premier League this season. And as you mentioned, it's got to be silverware this year. They have to start working towards something bigger with this group. Whether that means they get a title or a Champions League this year remains to be seen, but there has to be some sign of internal progress and progression working towards those goals this season, as that has to be the goal very soon for this team.
Yeah, exactly. And you touched on this being one of the better defensive lines in the league. For me, I'd go to even save a world. You got Luke Shaw talked about as being one of the best left backs in the world now up there with Davies, in my opinion. And him and Maguire were unbelievable at the Euros. So that's probably one of the best left sided pairings in the world for me. Varane, one of the top three center backs for me, probably in the world. And then Wan-Bissaka. Hopefully, this elevates Wan-Bissaka's game on the right hand side, bring in Varane and now Sancho to play alongside him. But Wan-Bissaka has to elevate his game to play better attacking style, defensive style. You can't argue he's probably one of the best right backs in the world for that. But this, like you said, is going to be one of the better back lines in the league, maybe even the world. But guys, I want to talk about his contract. It says he's going to be here for a 4-year basis, coming from Fabrizio Romano until June 2026, with an option to extend it an extra year, which United always love to do that. But for me, this is just a perfect deal. And like you say, if they don't win a trophy, I think this is just a failure for Ole. And if they don't get any kind of success this year, which for me, success is a trophy, whether that be the FA Cup, the League Cup, because the League Cup is obviously hard to win nowadays with City playing their first team game in, game out for them. It would just be disappointing without getting a trophy. And I think if we don't get a trophy, Ole deserves to be sacked. And if he does get a trophy and say second place and good progression in the Champions League, then I think he has done a very successful season.
Yeah, certainly. I think, as you mentioned, just progression, progress, that has to be what we get from Manchester United this season, and that ideally does need to be accompanied with some type of silverware. I think that needs to be the expectations for Manchester United this season, and I think that's very reasonable. It's been something they've been working towards for the last couple of years now, and as you mentioned, the board has definitely supported them via their signings this summer. They've gotten out ahead of the gate in terms of being ahead of all the other big Premier League sides and getting their business done. They've definitely done that. They've brought in the big names, they've made the big deals, and they've gotten this roster to a point now where that definitely should be where they're competing. And as you said, Varane's going to be with Manchester United now under contract right through the prime of his career. They have him for his best years, and they're getting him for, as you mentioned, the price of Ben White, or in and around that price. It's an absolutely brilliant signing by Manchester United, and it's definitely going to pay big dividends on the pitch this season.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. This signing is perfect, and this is the first time in 8 years I could say we've made the perfect signing, and that we've actually got a tier one elite world class player. And it's about time United's board have gone out and made two quality elite signings.
Yeah, definitely. It's been well done by the board this summer. And let us know down in the comment section what you guys think of Manchester United's job here now in this transfer window. And let me know what you guys think could Manchester United do this season. What do you expect from them out of the league? And do you think they will finally bring home some silverware under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer season? That being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, if you guys did, be sure to hit the like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We'll see you guys in the next one with much more transfer news to come through the next many days and weeks.